Okay, well, I'm really mostly just doing this for myself. Doing something a little bit different. Being lazy. Not got any of the rest of myself going. What can I say? I'm all about the low effort. Low effort, low quality. That's me. So, a number of people that I've been watching. Primarily maybe like Fox of RPG. Put me on to Barrows and Borderlands. And I thought, I'll give it a try. And so to go with the kind of low-tech solution we've got here, I'm going a low-tech overall. So this is where we are. Now I've got the solo sheets in the solo sheet booklet. And I'm sure you're already aware if you're here. I can't imagine that. Well, you might just be here for my dulcet tones. The dulcet tones of the dungeon slime. But yeah, we are. Well, Barrows and Borderlands. I think for a while I'd heard about this, and I was thinking it was like Burrows and Badgers, not like Barrows and Borderlands. Very different stuff, I suppose. With Barrows being things that you bury dead people in, and not burrows, which is where badgers and other such small wildlife creatures exist. So, yeah. Barrows and Borderlands is a weird science fantasy, old school role-playing game. Not quite, I don't think, a Gamma World style, but just much more in like, there was a fantasy world and it got more advanced, and then everything went to put, and the nukes went off, or the magic nukes went off. Who knows? Something happened. So this is done in the kind of OD&D style, but sadly, again, another game that kind of does OD&D, but keeps the D20 solution. And if anyone who knows me knows I love a good kind of 2D6. So that's a bit of a shame. But it has lots of monsters and treasure. It's got, much as with the OD&D, men and mutants. So this is just normal character generation for non-magical characters. And then it's got Barrows and Borderlands, psychics and sorcerers. So this is for the magic classes. And then it's got the Underworld and Borderlands Adventures book, which has all the bits and pieces that we need for, hopefully, a lot of the random tables that we're going to need. I find some of it's kind of wild, right? Like they were saying, like 9th level, men type, bandits, brigands, 9th level, psychic magic user, thief, fighting man, gamma, cleric again. And you're like, huh, that's spicy, eh? Don't want to be running into any bad ones of those. I wonder why it's 9th level. Star, random alignment. Weird, right? Yeah, I wonder if there's a reason for that. Maybe it was like that in OD&D. I've not really looked at the tables very much in OD&D. Now, of course, because I've seen a bunch of people playing this, hence my low effort today. They're far better than me, and so pay attention to them. Pay attention to anybody else, really. But first things first, we need to make some characters. And I printed off the solo pages version with the 3 character sheets here. Oh, look at my auto. I wish I could turn off my autofocus. But I don't think that my camera has a way to turn it off. Let me double check that. Autofocus. Oh, no, I do. Turn it off. Oh, of course. And now, there we go. Is that? No. Is that in focus? That looks like it's in focus. I think it's in focus. Fix it in post. There's no post. And yeah, I can't read these numbers in person, so don't worry about it. Yeah, let's make some characters. So we're gonna make 3 characters, and I'm hoping like a fighter, a thief, and a magic user. That kind of seems to be an idea. Oh, there's an option here that says white balance auto. I wonder if I played around with that, things would look better. Oh well. I also kind of like played around with the trying to just get like good fidelity on it. We'll see. Anyway, let me know if you like this like even lazier solution. So when it comes to Dagger Heart, I've got there's a Foundry project in the works, so it looks like it's going to come to fruition quite soon. Otherwise, I'm going to be waiting, I think, like 2 months to get a copy of the box, and that's kind of a long time. But it is what it is, right? I didn't get it when it was first on offer. I should have, but I didn't think I'd like it. Oh well. These are the things that are sent to tries. So we want some D6s and some D6s and some what should we call it? Let's go full Tiffany problem, right? Because we're not in the past in this world. We're in the far future, so we can use any names we like. Let's roll some characters. I am going to use 4d6, drop the lowest, because it is my preferred method of dice rolling. Let's go. 12. Ugh. 9. 15. These are not in the correct order. No, that's a bad roll. 7. In dex as well. Hope you get a good intelligence. Keep that. 3, 9, 11. This is an incredibly mediocre character. Shit. Whilst having a good con is nice. 9. We need another thing in here for... we need another thing in here for radiation. That's another bad roll. Pretty mediocre and terrible dexterity. We don't want this person to be a fighter, that's for sure. Next. Oh, that on the other hand, great roll, definitely a fighter. Come in for a free constitution, right? Oh, you can't see my dice. What have we got here? 8, 11. Okay. Oh, good. That's nice and average. 12. Dex 14. Definitely a fighter. Maybe a thief. Goodness, another good roll. 11, 15. And another one. This character's a blinder. 9, 15. Rad. 9, 12. I'm currently just listening to some Dungeon Synth. Sadly, they don't. I can't really seem to find any. Goodness, another good strength. I might move some of these stats around. Or I might not. We'll leave it how the dice is. Roll, I suppose. 3, 8. You're not very world-wise there, young one. Oh, God, it's 16 in Constitution. Now I think this goes up to like +3 modifiers, which of course is kind of not OD&D, but you know, 13, 12. Cool, 16. Okay, let's have a look at the different species that we can be. They've clearly made good use of like open license, out of copyright art. I think I've seen a few of these before on some of the sites I peruse for such things. I might end up. Where are the? Did I go past them? Hit points, FACO, recommended equipment. Oh, okay. It's just for a book. Yeah, this is the first book. Where is it? Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll just say 1 to 2 are human. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the first character is going to be a human? No, a green skull. Oh, that's... green skulls are immune to radiation, do not need sleep, start with a 2 in 6 chance to form a human disguise from a fresh dead body, has infrared vision of a range of 60 foot. Okay. Species, heritage, green skull. Green. Okay, next character is going to be 7. Mushroom. Mushroom. And the last one is going to be 6. Dwarf. Okay, so the green skull gets -2 to charisma and +1 to con. Okay, so that's 7, and 16. The dwarf, no, the mushroom, gets -1 to dex, +1 to wisdom. Okay, so it goes down to 13. That goes up to 12. I don't think that's very useful. And last but not least, dwarf, -1 to charisma, +1 to con. So 15 and 17. Okay. We've got more kind of an AD&D-ish kind of spread for modifiers. That's annoying. To be honest, I can't really be bothered with this, so we'll just give them a flat modifier across everything. We also don't have an armor class modifier. Oh no, there's a defensive modifier, but you don't get it till 15 or 16. Whatever. We'll just go with kind of classic ranges. Might even go like really old school and just use well, the +1 to -1. This is one of the reasons, right? One of the reasons the ranges are so small for bonuses, like +1 through to +3, is because originally it was the bonuses were designed around a 2d6 system, not a d20 system, and they never revisited it. They must have thought, oh, that's good enough. Okay. Okay. Let's just use flat kind of 13 plus is +1, right? So no pluses for any of those. 16 is a +2. 7 is a -1. 11 is nothing. 7 is a -1. Though charisma has always been a bit of a funny one, right? So 7, -1, adjustment, and maximum of 3 retainers. That's not going to be important for now. Probably. ST, saving throw. This does use 1 saving throw. Like... what's the game called? Swords and Sorcery? And White Box. I think they're both the same. Okay. Mushroom person. What have you got? 17 for strength, so that's +2. 12 for wisdom, that's nothing. 12 for con, that's nothing. 13 for dex, that's +1. 15 for intelligence, so that's starting languages, right? 15. So that's 5 languages. So that's a +1, 5 languages. Next, the dwarf. 16 is +2. 8 is -1. 17 is +2. Dex, is that a 13? I think that's a 13. It is now. +1. Intelligence, nothing. Charisma, 15. So that's an adjustment of 1. Okay. Classes. Well, it very much looks to me like we've got 2 fighters. And I don't even know what on earth to do with that. 9 wisdom, 11 intelligence. Let's have a look. Thief skills. Psychic. What does psychic need? Prime requisite, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. You've got rubbish of all of those. Casters are intelligence, half caster. Caught between steel and sorcery, the half caster blends martial prowess with arcane talent. Some were born of cursed unions, others trained in shadowed halls. Blah 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 blah. So their hit dice is a d6, and they start off with 1 spell. They gain casting power slower than magic users, but make up for it with their increased fighting prowess. Cleric's primary stat is wisdom. He doesn't have a negative modifier for wisdom. But that terrible dexterity just means that he's not going to be a fighter. Right. So, magic user. Not a very clever magic user. I did like the era when your intelligence determined your maximum casting level. Those were good times. If I remember correctly, this uses magic rolls to cast, as opposed to what's it called? Oh wait, what's this? The gamma is a mutation made flesh, a warped echo of humanity. Prime requirements: constitution. Oh, maybe I could be a gamma. What does this say? The gamma is a mutation made flesh. I mean, you would have hoped so, unless they were a fungus, in which case, fungusy flesh. A warped echo of humanity touched by fallout, sorcery, or ancient meddling. Their bodies shift in ways that unsettle the eye, eyes that see beyond skin that hardens to armor, limbs that stretch or warp. Some sprout inner organs with alien purpose, others hear whispers from the bones of the earth. These changes may be monstrous or magnificent, but always come at a price. The rad-scarred ruins of darker pulp futures. They walk as weapons of change. Mutations of their magic, biology, their curse. Whatever they once were, they are something else now. Gamma mutation generation. When creating a gamma character, roll 1d6 plus 1 to determine how many physical mutations they begin with. For each result, roll once on the gamma mutation table. This table includes both beneficial mutations and physical defects, with the chance of harmful effects baked directly into the roll itself. Melee and ranged attacks for mutant weaponry follow normal combat rules. Okay. Notes. Any character class restrictions? That's a question. Do they actually give us a description of what they must do somewhere, right? Of what the different species are. Birth stuff. I probably should have used a bigger character sheet. Radiation resistance, firearms, combat, equipment, grappling, infravision. In the front? Sorry, I'm just looking to see whether or not they give us a description of what the different 18 humans and demi-human law. 14, 17, 18. Green skulls, creatures of radiation and undeath. Green skulls have become so overcome by the power leaking from the star material that they have overcome death and now wander the wastes. They range from pale green skeletons to glowing radioactive bones, all the way to seemingly having a green translucent skin. Most of them have gone insane through time or found ways to survive. They're a bit like ghouls in Fallout, the first two Fallouts, the only ones I really played. And I've tried to play the other ones. I'm just too lazy nowadays to play games. I think this guy's going to be a gamma, so that means we don't have any magic. Unless I can make this one a half caster, right? Let's do that. And this one is just a fighter, right? Don't have a thief, which kind of sucks. Thief. Thieves begin play with a pool of +4 skill points to assign across their available skills. Each skill starts with a base 1 in 6 chance. Okay, I see where we're going. By 1, for example, 2 points into hide, 2 into pickpocket, would raise both to 3 in 6 chances. Feel like we need a thief. So you've got a dex of 13 and you've got a dex of 13. You've got a constitution of 17, which makes you more durable. And you're not very clever. Well, you're not very... It's not really cleverness. It's kind of world wisdom. You're both pretty charismatic. What are you? You're the dwarf and you're a mushroom. I don't know. 1 to 3, 4 to 6. Okay. The dwarf's for thief. Thief and a half caster. That seems perfect, right? I think we're going to start at level 2 as well, because I want to. And I can do what I want. It's the kind of slime I am. Okay, then, the gamma. We are going to need, just for solo book, have anything for... we've got campaign notes. We've got NPCs. I suppose let's put it in the campaign notes. Okay. Well, let's do a thief skills first, right? So, architecture. Used to detect stuff, hidden stuff. That's pretty useful. Backstab, yeah, that's useful. Bushcraft, so if you're building more of a rangery type character. I'd really like it, actually, if this is kind of me and my joy of the Conan movies, where I think it would just be fun if you did away with the thief class and gave every class 4 points to spend on thief skills. That, because, that seems like fun. If every character class could have access to the thief skills. Because otherwise you get quite limited, I think. This kind of idea that you can only have these skills if you've decided to become a thief. It's kind of funny, right? Yeah. So, what do we want? We'll not worry about it now, right? So you get a 1 in 6 chance of everything. Hear noises. That would be useful, but not as useful as find or remove traps. That seems useful-ish. I mean, useful a lot. That seems useful a lot. And that's useful a lot, right? The rest are all also useful a lot. Kind of imagine that the half-caster can use wands and read scrolls, right? Because I'd kind of like to have decipher language on my magic user. And then, you see, now, if I was doing this, right, I'd scrap the thief class, be off with it. Make this list globally accessible. And then have a... use the intelligence and wisdom modifier to give you additional starting points. So say everyone starts with 2 skill points, and or maybe just for 4. Maybe just give them the 4. That means that some characters could, in theory, start with 10, which might be pretty wild. Or you say you only pick one of the 2 stats and you can use those, right? That seems like 7 doesn't seem too bad. I mean, there are an awful lot of skills. And they get plus 2 points per level. You should have to come up with how you'd add them per level. Maybe just give plus 1 per level, or do plus 2 every second level. But also, because we're starting at level 2, they get plus 2, so they get 6. And I think that means I'm definitely going to take them all to 2. And then maybe move silently up to 3. Because as useful as the other ones are, being able to move silently is pretty rad. So let's do this. Thief gets architecture architecture at 2. Find, remove traps at 2. Open locks at 2. So that's 3 points. We're going to take move silently at 3. And maybe increase or open locks or architecture, because being able to detect secrets feels pretty useful. So we'll take architecture at 3 as well. Though I don't know how. Did I not print out the dungeon one? I didn't print out the dungeon one. I'm not sure how the dungeon one handles secrets. Anyway, saving throws 16. For faith, 16. Saving throws for the half-caster, 16. Saving throws for the gamma. Well, let's find out what the gamma's got going on. Gamma. So 1d6 plus 1 to determine the numbers of mutations. So that's 5 mutations. We need a D100. D100. Ah, there we go. Nah, come back. 44. 44 is burrowing. Burrowing. So can tunnel through earth at 10 feet per turn. That's quite useful. Tunnel earth 10 foot per turn. I mean, it's slow, but useful. And only earth. And earth-like consistency stuff, right? So I wouldn't have thought he could burrow through stone. Okay. 18. 18 is extra arms. Extra arms gives them 1d2 extra arms. Even 1, odd 2. Odd, so that's 2 arms. 2. Extra arms. Boop, 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 boop. May carry more items or perform one simple task, draw, load, reload, without penalty. That's it. That, actually, right? Because this game's got black powder weapons in it. The ability to be reloading a black powder gun with one set of arms whilst doing something stabby with the other set of arms. That's cool. That's very cool. 66. Okay. Shape changer. Okay. Shape changer. So, once per day may assume the appearance of someone else for 1 hour. That's very useful. Ah, that's not a good roll. 71. Glowing. Oh no, 71 that is. Magnetic field. Just in there. Magnetic field. So, what does that do? Once per day, attract or repel metallic objects within 15 feet. Sorcery save or disarm metal weapons. That's fucking quite useful, eh? And last but not least, are we going to get a defect to finish off with? We certainly are. 92. Multi-armed, 1d10. Oh, right, that's 3. So he's got 5 arms, 3 of which he can't control. Useless extra arms. Free. It says I have no control over them. I mean, do they do their own thing? Maybe. I wonder how this is all going to work with a shape changer. I suppose they welcome to magic radiation, my friends. Welcome to magic radiation. It can make your extra 5 arms vanish. Anyway, that's cool. Spell for the caster. And you get to pick your spells, so that's nice. And it doesn't use Vancian magic. Oh, counter spells. I love counter spells. It's one of the worst things that modern magic, well, not modern, but later D&D magic systems kind of forgot about. Magic user casting levels. So, the way magic works, yeah, the way magic works is magic user declares that they're going to cast a spell. Every spell has a complexity level, which is for spell level. IDM. What's that mean? Let's go find a spell. Does it tell me here? Oh, yeah. Immediate effects, delayed effects, critical miscast. Oh, right. Okay. So if you roll 8 or above, it casts immediately. If you roll a 7, it doesn't. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's double check this. Declares that they're casting a spell and must then roll 2d6 against the spell complexity chart. Some spells may be delayed casting until the following turn. During such cases, the magic user may not end their throw until may not end the cast unless they succeed in a sorcery saving check. This is indicated by the following legend. Okay, so ID. So if you're casting a level 1 spell, you're a level 2 magic user, and you get a 7, then you're delayed. So this is slightly higher than 50% chance, right? I think 7 being the most likely dice roll. Otherwise, let's have a look. In magical mishaps, if you get a double 1. Because I love magical mishaps. I was playing, what was a stupid game that I was playing? Forbidden Lands? I think that might have been it. And that, whatever game it was, it has a fumble table for casting. And I had a magic user, and the first time they cast a spell, they got a critical failure, which meant I had to roll a fumble. And my fumble was a critical fumble, and the character died. And that's the first spell that he cast. And I went, I'm not playing this game anymore. This game is stupid. There is no immediate death from casting spells in this. The caster was never born. The caster, there is instant death. Excellent. I can't wait to get really salty about that. I did notice that in this they seem to have nerfed Charm Person and Sleep. 2 things I hate. Don't nerf spells. Spells are powerful. Eat it. Get used to it. Enjoy powerful spells. So I'll be using the standard kind of Charm Person charms a character until they manage to make a saving throw based on their intelligence. And Sleep affects 2d8 worth of hit dice, and 2d8 worth of hit dice up to 4 plus. Magic Missile sucks. But, and I give everyone read magic because life is a waste of time without it. And I'm going to take sleep, because why would I take it if I only had one spell? So magic user, half caster, has sleep and read magic. Okay, and we're going to call our Gamma Ron. Oh, well, I should roll to see 1 to 2 male, 3 to 4 non-binary, 5 to 6 female. Male. Ron. Ron. R-O-N. Ron for Ronnie. Another guy. Mushroom. Mushroom. He's a mushroom. All the names of mushrooms have just left my mind. So we'll call him Jim. And last but not least, our dwarven thief is a lady. Tiffany. Tiff. Like it. Okay. Next. We're getting there. Next. Let's go back to the character creation process, which I didn't look at because no, this is the wrong book. Okay. Deities of Fernum. Doesn't matter. Choose a species, done it. Choose a class, done it. Write down any special abilities, not done it. Roll your hit points. Oh, yeah. I think we're all D6 hit points, right? I do believe so. Hit points. D6s. Yeah, half-casters are D6, thieves are D6. Oh, gamma's a D8. Okay. So, I always count the first roll as maxed, because I don't believe in... I don't like losing characters, it's annoying. That's primarily the reason. And we re-roll 1s or 2s. 8. Wow, okay. Gamma's got 16 hit points. Didn't need to worry. D8. Okay. Jim. We re-roll 1s. 3. 9. Oh shit, yeah. +2 per level. 20. That's what I like. That's a good number of hit points. So you don't have a modifier. You've got 9 hit points. Okay, and you. We roll 1s and 2s. Cool. 11 + 4. 15. This is good. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh no, your characters won't be as squishy. Don't care. It's entirely the idea. One day I might try playing with my D6 system. I've got to open it up again. I'll probably open it up after I stop making these characters. Okay, next. Hit points. Pick an alignment. I don't care about alignment. Alignment's stupid. If I'm not fighting for some kind of cosmic god, I don't care. Toward law, chaos, and morality. Yeah, whatever. Every new character begins with clothes. Begins with the clothes on their back. 318. 3 to 18 silver pieces. 1 week's iron rations. Okay, this is cool. Oh. Okay, so we start off. All the characters start off with the clothes on their back. 3d6 silver pieces. So, Ron has 8 silver pieces. 8 silver pieces. Are they currently skinwalking someone? No. Unless I went 5 or 6, was it? Let's re-roll. 1 to 2 is yes. No. Okay, good. Right. So Ron's got 8 silver pieces, 1 week's of iron ration, 1 week iron rations, and a weapon of their choice. Any character can use any weapon. Oh, that's interesting. Any character can use any weapon or armor, but certain classes have limits. Magic users need a free hand and must be unencumbered, or their spells won't work, so they can use one-handed weapons or pistols. Clerics must hold their holy symbol while channeling. Whatever, I don't have one. Psychics and psionic wielders cannot wear metal helms. Otherwise they get inverse magnetoed. Spend your starting silver on gear, armor, tools, or extra weapons. Any leftover money is yours to keep. Okay. Equipment. Radiation. Equipment. Oh, God. So 8 silver pieces will get us a small shield. Suddenly having hit points doesn't seem particularly useful. 8 silver pieces. Oh, look, we could get a dagger. That's not going to be much use. What should we get? Everything's just too expensive. Okay, well, let's see what the others get. 3 to 18 silver pieces for our next person, so that's 13 silver pieces for Jim. 13 silver pieces, 1 week of rations, and 1 weapon of their choice, and then Tiff gets 14 silver pieces. Tiff, 14 silver pieces, 1 week of iron rations. Let's have a look back at our list of stuff. Should have took pickpocket. Definitely should have took pickpocket. Then we could go on with Rob. We're definitely going to need to go on with Rob. So this is a lot like the why was it? Let me have a quick check. With my OD&D Black Marsh. Is that it? Why the fuck is that open? No one cares about that. Black Marsh. Was it Black Marshes? Let me get my OD&D book open. Boopity 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 boo. Where is my open book? I've been reading a lot of Sword World recently, so we're going to do that one day, probably soon. It's not the directory I wanted. That's of no use to me whatsoever. Sword World, fantasy, not more fantasy, just fantasy. Fantasy. And Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition? No, not that one. Sword and Wizardry? No. TSR, that's for directory. Basic D&D, no, OD&D. Blackmore, yeah, it was Blackmore. Blackmore uses a silver standard. That means we have to faff around with any of the gold ratios that we managed to find. Annoying. wonder if I can get that focused just a little bit better. What does it do when I autofocus? Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's kind of annoying that when I turn off the autofocus, it, let's go back a bit. Well, I think that's good. That's about as good as it gets. So, equipment is really where we're going to be having to look. No one even has enough points for... Well, Jim's got enough for a... Jim and Tiff both have enough for a padded doublet, which would give them 8 points of armor. Armor class of 8 even. They're going to just get butchered, aren't they? Next page have equipment. Yeah. Items. Well, we can't afford a lamp. I don't know what a belladonna is. I think that's what you put grenades in, isn't it? Blanket, 5 silver pieces. Bolt case, can't afford anything that has bolts. Caltrops, copper pieces. There we go. Probably afford some of that. Oh, that's for a single caltrop. Nice. We start with clothes on our back, which I presume are normal. A drill, that's interesting. A lock, a monocle, a ladder. What we need is a rope. Rope, hemp. 3 silver pieces. Well, Ron will buy a rope. And that is 50 foot. Okay. A rope. A tent for one person is 5 silver pieces. A tent for 2 people is 7 silver pieces. Cool, we could get a tent. Backpacks. I mean, I wouldn't need a backpack if I had blankets. Vehicles. Definitely can't afford any vehicles. Animals. Can't afford any animals. It's always one of those funny things, but they get really... so we probably need some water skins. So everyone will have... 4 water skins. So that's another 4 silver pieces for you. 4 water skins. And 4 water skins. Crowbar? Crowbar. Have a crowbar. The universal lockpick. I actually don't see them having any thieves' tools. Oh no, thieves' tools. 25 silver pieces. Come on, the thief has to start with thieves' tools. That's stupid. Thieves' tools. There you go. One thing that the thief definitely does start with. Otherwise, they can't do the lockpicking. Unless you started in a dungeon. Yeah, like in a... Not Dungeon Hack. What's the one? Legend of Grimlock? Is that it? Where you start off kind of trapped in the steampunk dungeon. Bedrolls are 1 silver piece and a blanket is 5 silver pieces. Pretty sure a bedroll is a blanket. But hey, who am I to talk? In much the same way as, like, you probably wouldn't have a tarp tent, right? You probably just have a set of blankets, and you would do the thing with them. Put them over a bit of cord, or from a tree or something. Make a lean-to. Anyway, it's me being nitpicky and watching that one Scottish guy who does this survival stuff in the Highlands, which I'm sure you've watched as well. All the people in my OSR group have watched the same guy. Okay. And basically, we don't have enough money to get any armor, which is it's a decision, eh? Weapons. Well, let's have a look at the damage. Okay. So a longsword. I mean, a longsword is a one-handed. Well, okay. It can be one-handed or two-handed. So 1 to 8 with one hand, 1 to 10 with two. Morningstar. No, that can be a one-handed or two-handed weapon. Oh, look. That's nice. 1 to 8 for the mace as well. I kind of liked this, like, flat, what every weapon does the same damage thing, because it made sense, right? Getting stabbed hurts. Great weapon. I presume hash means it has to be used. 4 enchants. Oh, right, okay, you can dismount people. And what's the other sound say? Slash. Two-handed only, yeah. Scimitar. I like the idea of a scimitar. That sounds cool. It's funny we don't have a rapier or other swords. Yeah, let's be frank. You're just sticking a name on front of 1d8, right? When your sans, what's it called? You know what I mean. When you don't have like when you don't have like special skills and stuff around stabbing, and weapon kind of characteristics. Okay. No, we're not going to take anything that doesn't give us a 1 to 8 and can't be used one-handed. So we're going to have, well, of course, Tiff is going to have a battle axe. And with a 1 modifier for that, it gives them an armor class of 8. Jim is going to have a... Jim, you are going to have a... I think I'm going to give you a scimitar because I think it's cool. And being cool is the most important thing. So that can be used one-handed or two-handed. So if it's one-handed, where's it gone? Yeah, one-handed is 1 to 8. Two-handed is battle axe. Again, battle axe. Also, yeah, because I only need the free hand if I'm casting, and I'm only going to cast sleep so many times. Before I get killed. And okay. I think your saving throws are 16 as well, right? Your armor class is 8 as well. And your armor class is, oh god, well, 9, because I don't think it goes above 9. You don't have a helm and you don't have a shield. But you do have 5 arms. Let me just go back and double check that I've done that all right. Also, thief skills is just they've got thief skills. Half caster skills that they can cast weapons and they get a weapon mastery. Well, we'll get weapon mastery in let's have a look at a fighting man. Fighting man, weapon mastery. A fighting man may choose a single weapon to master, gaining +1 bonus to hit and +1 bonus to damage with that specific weapon. While using a mastered melee weapon, their rate of attack improves from 3/2 at levels 1 to 6 and 2 to 1. It's levels 7 to 10. Right. Okay. So for every second round, you get an extra attack. And yeah, this is good. Additional weapon masteries may be selected at 4th and 8th level. Half caster weapon mastery at 1st, 4th and 8th level. Slow fighting, man. Okay, so I mean, we're going to take Scimitar as a mastery. Now, Ron, what are you going to get? I've got to change that name, I think. But let's double check. 3 to 18 silver pieces, a weapon of their choice. Any character can use any armor, but certain classes have limits. Blah, 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 blah. Spend your starting silver. Determine psychic potential. Alright, okay. Name your character. Roll for a birth sign. Do some more nonsense. Goodness. Okay. What were we doing? Psychic potential. No. Has it got psychic psionics? Page 38. Page 38. 34. That's a funny picture to have in there. 38. Wild psionics and psionic potential. When making a character, you may determine potential psychic ability, even if a psionic class wasn't selected. Firstly, psionics is only available to any individual with a soul. Okay. And at least one or more ability score of 15 in intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. To determine if said individual has wild psychic abilities, roll D100, add 4 for every intelligence point above 15, blah, 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 blah. If the amount is above 100, then the character has wild psionics. Congratulations. Okay, well, this isn't going to be much of a problem. So you can't roll because you don't have any of those above 15. You've got 2 at 15. So if you roll 100, you're a psychic. You're not psychic. Jim. Tiff. You got charisma at 15, so you get a roll. No. Okay. Neither of them are psychic. Don't need to worry about that. Okay. Roll 4. Roll 4. Nonsense. Okay. Let's roll for nonsense. Get out of my way. Okay. Nonsense. Birth sign. D20. Okay, we've got D20. I do. 17. Vita. Life. Ironic. So, Ron gets Vita, which is life. 17. It's flower. It's not Vita. It's Aether. God damn it. Use tables with lines in it, for goodness sakes. Aether. So, flower. Bonus to critical hit tables. Plus to critical crit tables. Meaning growth and beauty. Doubly ironic for the person with 5 arms. I mean, definitely growth. And maybe beauty, if you're into that kind of thing. Okay, next is Jim. 17. That's the same again. 9. Igni. So Jim. Igni. Which is 9. Fish. Okay. Fair enough. Hit points. Bonus to hit points. So I guess hit points. Okay, for bonus is +1. Okay. Adaptation and depth. Ha ha ha. Annotation and depth. And finally, we've got Tiff. And her sign is 10. Aqua. Well, this is nice. I mean, I would have thought that fish would have been in aqua, but you do me. You do you. 10. Heart. Oh, maybe those. Maybe that's a little bit of grey going on there. It is. Doesn't come out on my printer. Heart, magical healing. Oh, we don't have anyone who can do that. Magical healing, emotions and connection. The only particularly important one out of all that was +1 to hit points for Jim because he's a fish. There you go. 10. Okay, next. Come back to me. Come back to me. I've gone too far. I've gone too far. I went too hard. Okay, 36. Choose one from set 1 and one from set 2. So, backgrounds. I'll stick it here. Backgrounds. Don't worry, I'm writing. You can trust me. I mean, you couldn't read my writing even if you could see it, you see. Because my writing is the worst in the world. Backgrounds. So, Ron. We pick from this list. Which is... I mean, it's hard enough for me to see with my eyes. And my eyes are right here. So, it's pretty much impossible for you to see it. Don't worry. This is for zero effort. We're good. What was Ron before he died? Ron's a mutant, so he doesn't even have... Let's make him a brewer's assistant. Yeah, he could be a brewer's assistant. Maybe he liked flowers. For a gardener, gong farmer. No, he didn't. He wasn't a man who dug poo out of things. Winemaker. Was a winemaker a low quality thing at some point? But let's just go for brewer's assistant. Brewer's assistant. And one from 2, middling. Maybe he became an innkeeper. It sounds like fun. Okay. Jim. Nah, come back. Jim, 76. Choose one from each set. Okay. So maybe Jim's a half caster, right? So we could go apprentice. Schoolmaster? No. Maybe. Schoolmaster. Yeah, let's go with schoolmaster. Well, we could go for gunsmith. That could be useful. I'm going to go for gunsmith because that could be useful. Gunsmith. And then gentry. Astrologer, alchemist, botanist. I mean, he is a vegetable. Well, he's not. He's a fungus. Poet. That sounds hilarious. Philosopher. Cool. And Tiff. 86. 86. 2 from set 1 and 2 and 1 from set 3. Okay. Let's go for a very funny combination of things. Let's go for... Because I find it funny how you go from like a I don't know, a gong farmer to a musician to a courtesan. That's some high flying. That is. That's a really socially mobile person. Let's go for Baker's Girl. Baker's Girl. She gets 2 from each as well. So Baker's Girl. Porter. Porter. Here we go. Maybe it makes more sense for her to have become a gunsmith. No. Stick to it. It's funny if you got Butcher on there, and Butcher's normally viewed as a pretty low-class job. There's a baker's girl, a porter, a real watchmaker. What's stats? 12 and 8. She's not going to have anything particularly clever. Sailor? I'm pretty sure sailor is not a middle career, but carry on. I'm pretty sure that at least in like England in certain periods, that was like the way that you went, I'm going to get out of it all. So sailor, wheelwrights on the other hand, big money in wheels. Wheels and barrels. Miller, printer, scholar. No, schoolmaster, not a scholar. We're not going to be a slaver. Artisan? No. Apothecary, animal trainer, miller, musician. Let's go for musician, to hell with it. Musician. And then last but not least, poet? Yeah, do it. Poet. Now, these skills offer role-playing depth and may provide occasional advantages in the field. They do not grant automatic successes, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Languages, non-player characters, loyalty, relatives. Player characters may hire non... Yeah, well, that's fine. We don't have any of those. We don't have any money. We can't have any non-player characters. Player may name one relative for their character if the character disappears. Yeah, okay. That's just a... Radiation, equipment... No, God, does it have torches? We haven't purchased any torches. Torches. No ranged weapons. Torches. Torch. 2 copper pieces per torch. Scrap 10 short torches. 10 torches. For a silver piece. And combat. Okay. Okay. So none of us have any armor. We're out here in the wilds. It feels like a real recipe for getting killed. Why did my computer just beep boop at me? I know why. It's my brother's being like, should we play a game? Oh, it's 9:30. Anyway, I think that's my characters made. I might transfer them onto a slightly bigger bit of paper. But otherwise, that's me done for now. I'm going to see what the brothers ugly want from me. So, I'll be back. Bye-bye.